What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Let's Play, this time with episode 8, I think. The theme of last week's episode was nepotism, wasn't it? Lots of promotional stuff and nice things for Sam. Deserved? Not really sure. I don't think so. But is what it is. Wasn't the most enjoyable episode, to be honest, in that regard, was it? Mashallah. It was quite ironically funny though. I did mention at the end of the video, this is one of those kind of like very memeable series. This, I'm surprised I haven't seen like memes or anything of it, but like just like moments like that just feel so like, yeah, just fun. Mashallah. I'm not really sure what happened today. It's out quite a bit later than usual. Not sure if the schedule has changed or if it will continue to be like this from next week. But yeah, just a heads up, might be a slight change of when I upload these videos. Only by a couple hours or so, so no big deal. Luckily, I was waiting for this episode, and then I decided to hop back on Dark Souls, which I'm playing for the first time. The first game remaster, and I'm getting pretty decent at it. Beat my first boss yesterday without dying. I think it was the dragon with all the teeth, a giant mouth. It was quite easy, to be honest with you, but it probably was only easy because I've got quite used to it now. Those gargoyle bosses, my god, I must have died like 30 times on that boss. But yeah, I'm getting used to it now. And as I was saying, I in the meantime was farming for a Boulder's side sword, I think it is. I really like the long sword, but I've just heard it's better, so decided to farm for that, which I done yesterday for about 4 hours and got nothing. And now I realise I could have upped my luck with more humanity. So I've done that in the meantime, and I found one within half an hour. Thank God. I was grinding for 4 hours yesterday. I am a grinder, to be honest with you, with games. I used to be a big fan of the Borderlands franchise, especially 1, 2, and a little bit of the pre-sequel. Less so, because it's a lot easier to get the legendaries. But I used to grind for legendaries for hours. On Borderlands 2. Hours, man. Those bosses would get farmed big time. I must have killed the bunker 2,000, 3,000 times maybe. Still never got a good enough sham. The sham's good enough by itself, but like not a 90% plus one. But I do like a bit of a grind myself. No, mina. Arigato. Yeah, that's exactly right. Rookie business assistant. Emphasis on rookie. No uploads. Yeah, check the community page. What are these like RPG fucking dialogues at the bottom here? Pervy boss. Honestly, Dinah might be best girl in the show. I love Dinah. John, maybe he's not correct. I'd say pretty confidently, I'd say Dinah's probably the best girl in the series. Lovely little dog. What kind of shoot is she doing here? She's only wearing a robe. Hey, what? Sorry. Why do indie creators rip off systems from hit games? Yeah, that's only indie creators do that. Come on, guys, fuck those indie creators. They're the only people that can copy. Let's not talk about the Madden, FIFA, Call of Duty games that rip off themselves. I guess that's not ripping off per se, but that copy their same formula over and over and over and over and over again, which people somehow still ain't fucking bored of. But no, it's just indie creators. Let's attack them. Let's make a video talk about indie creators. Fuck off, will you? That's that. I haven't played Expedition 33 yet. I'm looking forward to playing it because it looks really good. But there's a lot of dialogue on that recently about it's like redefining the RPG turn-based game era. And it's like, you guys played any games in the last 10, 20, 30 years? Like, come on. And it's like, is every turn-based RPG copying the first turn-based RPG? No, I feel like with especially like the Final Fantasy series, you get a bunch of like new additions and changes in each of the games, so they're constantly like redefining it. But would you call that like ripping off whatever the first RPG was? I don't even know what the first RPG was, to be honest with you. There's some things like a first person shooter is if an indie first person shooter just gonna be, oh, you ripped off Call of Duty? Like, this guy's so stupid, isn't he? That's so fucking stupid. Yeah, but it's true. You shouldn't teach your audience to lie. Like, you just say stupid things that affect people. That's the thing. These things that he says massively affect people. He's got to understand that. Generalizing the indie creator base like that is like, that's harmful. I imagine a bunch of his audience would be like, well, I'm never going to play an indie game. My favorite streamer hates them and thinks they will copy the big companies. Like, just think about the effect you're having. I'm not too mad about that. That seems kind of ironic, but their stupid system did allow this to happen. Maybe you should have like at least like 6 hours playtime on a game or something before you can review it. Maybe not 6 hours. Some games aren't even 6 hours long, so however the game takes to like finish, on average, maybe. Oh crap! You've got a pretty fancy place here. Real estate. Well, honestly, it's kind of like the YouTube space, to be honest with you. It's loads of channels, loads of reaction channels and such. It's my differential is it's not really a great one. It's that I'm not your kind of majorly upbeat, hype screaming, hype like scream when they see flashy colors type of reactor. I try to be as true and as real as possible, and that's what I think kind of differentiates me a little bit, because I remember, especially like years ago, but even now I've seen so many like fake reactions. People, yes, you overemphasize yourself a little bit during these videos, but to the degree some people do, where they're like screaming and such, it does seem quite fake and put on. So I know that what I'm doing is not massively popular, and people are much more entertained by that, even if they know it's fake. but like I guess it's a niche, I guess, for some people. I don't know. But yeah, I feel what that woman said there, 100%. Sometimes it does feel like, damn, I really got to be like this to gain popularity to reach more people. I don't really want to do that. It feels like it would. I mean, it's just not how I function, but also it seems incredibly. I mean, yeah, it kind of is a win-win. Yeah, it just seems like it probably is quite exhausting to keep up and act like that as well. You've got to be a pretty strong type of person to be able to have a fake internet kind of persona and personality for years. Why did I say kiddo? What a Sammy. Glitz 021. Oh yeah. How much money does this woman have, honestly? I mean, was it a few episodes ago she was going to pay someone like £40 an hour or something crazy, right? £40 sounds not nearly enough as I was thinking. Maybe £400 an hour or something crazy. I forget. Oh, some getting straight into some deep questions here, aren't we? Jeez, yeah. No wonder you're reacting like that. Imagine getting that. Those questions sprung on you as soon as as soon as you enter the car. Oh, whoa, what is the? I don't really know the meaning of life actually. What is that? Is that a real thing? Also, what's going on with the fringe? What's you got? Got the Bart fringe. Smooth right there. Okay, okay. She does look cute. She does look cute. Cool. Bloody hell, look at that. Fancy. Why does it keep saying kiddo? That sounds like she's putting her down. Sorry guys, you guys know I absolutely hate my bad subtitles. Sometimes it can almost ruin an anime for me. I always bring up the example of Medalist as well as Dead Demons DDD Destruction, which both of those series used the English dub. They subtitled the English dub instead of the Japanese sub. So you might as well have just been watching the dub, and it just did not match what they were saying whatsoever. Here, that's not exactly the case, but again, saying kiddo, that sounds like you're insulting someone. That sounds like you're putting them down, like you're saying, oh, you're a kid. Gaki. That's how they say it in Japanese. Gaki. Like it's some kind of insult. Not all the time, obviously, but from what I've picked up a few times, she's called her Sammy. So instead of being insulting and kind of putting her down, she's actually like, you guys obviously can't hear, so yeah, hopefully this guys might help out. Even if it helps out just one of you guys, I hope it does. But she's actually being quite playful and nice to her. She's not trying to be mean or put her down or anything. She's actually giving her a nickname, trying to be nice, being friendly. I'm not really sure what this is about. It's like a pointless change. That it's a name. She's saying a name. Why do you need to mistranslate that? You're actually actively changing up the story in a sense. It's a pretty awesome job, isn't it? The pay's not bad either. Is this guy ever going to unpack these boxes, bro? I guess in a way it might be kind of handy to have everything in boxes like that. Not very homely though, is it? No, she seems really nice, doesn't she? One of the nicer characters in this show, I think. I said it episodes ago, but just based off her dog, you can tell she's a lovely person. I hope he doesn't play it while he's ill like this, because that'll give him a bad, not the best kind of place to play it. You know what I'm saying? Might ruin the experience a little bit. Oh, you dramatic son of a bitch. What even just happened? You fainted for what, 2 seconds? I guess his girlfriend can't look after him. You're gonna catch it. That's the one thing I wouldn't do. Fuck letting this guy in my room. I don't want to catch this. Is that his name? Bowser. I'll be calling my Bowser that. Honestly, best boy. Maybe Bowser's best. Maybe this is the anime of the dogs. Honestly, Bowser certainly is one of the best boys. Oh shit! What, you told him that? Undone. Exactly. You just tell him that. Got another man at my place right now. Oh, that's not even why he said it like that. He was actually worried about Marshall. Okay. I assumed he would be like, you've got another guy around, but no. He's just that perfect. And this OST they play is really quite strange, isn't it? It feels like a bit of like an Alice in Wonderland type vibe of like twisted kind of fantasy. I like it. I'm not sure it fits this all too well, but I like this OST. Ugh, they're not calling that again. And if I was out, never call me that again. Call me mum, dad. And martial law, man. What a great episode for him so far, is it? Oh, probably true. Probably true. They guzzled it down, didn't they? Do we know what happened with her yet as to why she was in this hospital? I can't remember. I don't think we did. Sorry, but why was why were you so surprised you dropped the glass hearing that? My God. How? Oh, I see. Get on with it, bro. Yeah, for real. Why did you? Yeah. So wants it to be a proper setup. What do you want? Every situation to be perfect though? That's a bit of a red flag. Maybe not a red flag per se, but it's a bit like, oh, so you want everything to be absolutely perfect? Life isn't like that. Sometimes things just happen the spur of the moment. Yeah. Bit awkward that, isn't it? Just talking like that with Marshall like that. But I mean, I say that I've been that way. Like you do want things to like be perfect and like be the perfect scenario and such. I always wanted to take. It never happened. But I always wanted to take one of my girlfriends to not that I had them at the same time, but like yeah, during like fireworks. I always wanted to go to the fireworks with them, and it never happened. It never manifested. That always seemed like a perfect kind of situation to me. It's like that it is a very cliche kind of romantic situation, isn't it? I never got to. Yeah, like I said, sometimes that perfect moment doesn't ever actually like come. It's not exactly the same, but you kind of get where at my line. They're pretty good, aren't they? Different styles as well. Cute chibi cat to rugged, realistic samurai man. Oh yeah, certainly, certainly still successful. That's not guaranteed. I am super generic Linku. I am the apex, what they call it, Sigma of man. Lion man. I also assault women. let's go too far. He did assault women, but I mean, when the red-haired lady did bite him, he then did touch her again after, which was a bit like insensitive, but not assault. To be fair to him. Okay. That episode went by quite quickly, didn't it? Didn't even feel like all that much happened, to be honest. I guess it's because it was an illness kind of arc. Nothing much really did happen. An illness arc. I don't think I've ever said that in my life. But yeah, nice to see them, all three of them, getting along quite well. There's usually some kind of like inconvenience or aggression between them, isn't there? So good to see them get along, especially the pink hair lady whose name I don't remember. Nice seeing quite a bit of her today. She was quite lovely. The subtitles would make you believe that she's maybe not as lovely, but trust me, she did come off really nice today. I kind of just like, it's been so long. I kind of just want to watch Marshall play Ruminate. I want to see the game Ruminate for like half an episode, if you know what I'm saying. I want to see like 10, maybe not uncut, but like kind of 10 uncut minutes of this Ruminate game we've heard so much about, because we haven't even really seen it been played yet at all. Whenever we see them play games, it's usually like World of Warcraft or so, or we've seen them play more in real life games at the arcade than they played like Ruminate. So I'm starting to think maybe Ruminate is shit. Maybe it is terrible because people aren't playing it. Even the designers and the best friends of the designers aren't even playing it. So maybe Martial Law was right. Hopefully we do get to see it at some point. But yeah, decent episode. Again, pink haired lady was really nice, especially today. Nice little scene with some the makeup channel and the makeovers and such. Classic kind of stuff there. Makeup channels and such have always been a massive thing on YouTube, haven't they? And there's always been, I think there's always been like quite a lot of drama within those circles as well. Yeah, decent end here. Nice seeing these three get along. Again, didn't feel like too much happened today, to be honest with you. Wasn't quite too much of a plot progression type of episode, was it? It was just seeing the characters come together a little bit more, which was nice. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll catch you next week with episode 9.